Good evening, everyone. So today I will be talking about the CRUD operation using Ajax. So as you can see, this is my home page. So this is a navbar, this is a content, and the two you can see two links. One is home and one is register. So like if I open the register, this is my student register form where two input fields are there, and after submitting, the data is being stored over here, right? So before that, I will be showing one thing over here. See over here, if I click the home page, you can see the page, the contents are getting flickered, right? This is actually because of the page is getting reloaded when I'm clicking the submit home button. Not only this, if wherever I will click, let's say over here or in the register also, the page will get reloaded, right? That is the usual thing that what happens in the websites, right? Whenever we try to navigate from one link to another, or click any button or any link, the page gets reloaded. But we don't want to do that frequently, right? We don't want to like reload the whole page for a mere correction or for mere editing if we want to edit some part of the page, not the whole website, but only a part of the page. We don't want to reload the whole page. So uh, for that, I have used one thing that is Ajax to avoid that. So over here, you will be seeing if I write anything, let's say any name like Deepa, and the score, let's say 67. So if I hit the submit button, just observe over here whether it reloads or not. Okay, okay, the name already accepted. Now, if I click the submit button, you can see student name successfully and the data got saved. And you can also, I think you have also observed that the page did not get reloaded. So this is the beauty of Ajax. So Ajax actually helps to prevent the reloading of the page, right? So now if I open the code, so this is my code and so let's just close all the files. So this is my overall file structure. This is the project name and the app name, the static folder. And inside the static folder, there is a JavaScript file, and this is the template. So from where this home page is actually coming, so this is coming from, so when the user is typing the localhost colon 8000, the request is going to the urls.py under the project folder. So this is my urls.py and it is actually calling this path function. Since the URL name is getting matched with this part and nothing is given over here. So after the localhost also, like if you write the localhost colon 8000, so see this page is only coming. So because this name is getting matched with this one, and hence it's calling this part function. So over here, you can see one function base view has been defined along with an alias name. So if I go to this, navigate to this views.py, you can see this home function has been called. This home function is actually returning a render function. And the render function is accepting two parameters. One is the request that is coming from the URL, and the second one is a base.html. So it's calling the base.html template where it has the whole content of this home page. So it's actually rendering the this home page. I will be explaining what each line of this. So this page is being rendered by this view, by this home function. And so hence, therefore, we can see this page as soon as we click the home page, or we can write the localhost colon 1000. Okay. Now, so what is being written over here in the base.html? This is where the main HTML starter template, the whole code is being written over here. You can see some links are written. This link is actually the jQuery link, which is very important when we implement the Ajax or when we implement the jQuery. Uh, so for that, when we implement all the jQuery methods and Ajax, there's this jQuery link. we need to define over here. Without this, the Ajax will never work. Okay. So this I have taken from jQuery CDN. If you type jQuery CDN in the Google and if you go to the link, you can get this link and you can paste it over here. After that, I have pasted the set the path of the script.js that is there inside the static folder. So like if I open this file, you can see this is my Ajax file. So the dollar sign means this is a jQuery uh, inside which if I open this, you can see this is the Ajax. So I will explain everything over here. So over here, as you can see, the ready function has been used. So when I will run the when I will run the Django, at that time, the Ajax will also, ready function will also get called. So I can show you over here when I'm running this page, that jQuery is also being is running on the background. So if I open the inspect and in the console, you can see Ajax is loaded, which I have written over here. So as soon as our Django will run in the background, this jQuery will also, this ready function will also run in the background. This is to make sure that whether my jQuery is working properly or not. Okay, after that you have see I have included the nav bar. So not to write the whole nav bar code over here, I have used Jinja template tag. I have used include, which is coming under Jinja template tag, and I have included a small part of the template over here so that I do not need to write the whole nav bar over here. So I have already written the nav code in the other folder, which I have included in this base.html file. And this is a block content. This is also one type of a Jinja template tag. Okay. Okay, now I'll be showing you how this register page is coming to the picture. So as user is typing this localhost colon 8000 slash register, the request is going to the URL under project and is calling this path function where you can see the register is there and an include function is used. Inside the include, it is calling the urls.py under the register app. So if you click over here, so now these functions are being called. So at first, as you can see from this URL name only, register slash this empty means it's actually calling this function, this path function. And over here you can see views.retrieve is called. So what this retrieve is actually doing is it's so due to this retrieve function, we can actually see these data. So how this data is being rendered. So inside the retrieve student function, you can see I have created one ORM, right? So before that, let's first come to the add template where I have defined the this one, the page. So this is my whole HTML page. This is where I have defined two fields. One is the name field, another is a score field, and another is a submit button. Okay. So this is my HTML page. And along with that, I have also created a model class. So where you can see name, score, created at and updated at. It means when this will be created and updated at will work when I will be applying the edit function. So for now, in this video, I will be talking about only the create and retrieve one. The edit and delete, I will be talking in the next video. Okay. So for the time being, ignore this updated part. I will be using this name and score only because created at this will already been created when I will be adding some names. So like if I open the SQLite, you can see okay, these are the names which I've already filled recently. As you can see, this is the last one which I have filled. And so this is showing the created. So right now the created and updated are showing the same. So when I'll be editing, this part will get updated. So this will come in the later when I'll be doing the edit part. Okay, so this is my model. So where is the model? So this class has been called over here. So So if I open this one, so this is my object.all. So objects dot students or objects.all means student is a class name. It's a model class. Dot objects.all. Object is actually a mapper that is actually mapping the student class, student model class as well as the ORM, that is all. And all method is actually fetching all the values written inside the database from all the value from the model and it is keeping inside the student, uh, which I have created for the student. The student is actually keeping all the data as a list of objects where each object is actually stored as a dictionary, right? So now I'm calling this render function. So inside the render function, you can see I have called the add student template and I've passed the data in the form of dictionary. So now this value will go to the add template. So if I open this add student template, now the value will go over here. How it will go? Okay, this, okay, after the form page and the button, you can see these two lines. Well, these two lines I have written for the message. When I will be submitting, the message will pop up. For that, I have written this one. After that, there is a table which I've implemented. For the table, I have created two name. One is name and score, and another is a body. So over here, you can see again, I have used the include Jinja template tag where I haven't written the code directly over here, rather indirectly. So I have written the code in some other uh, HTML tag, which is, if I open this, yes, it is over here. So over here, you can see the students dictionary, which I am passing from through the render function. That student is actually coming from here and it is going through this and is going to the get row dot HTML. So it's kind of, you can say this get row is actually like a child class of this add student parent class where this part will also getting inherited by this template. So now the data are coming over here indirectly and the data is getting stored. So that we can see over here. After that, when I'll be submitting, so right now if I click the submit button, so after filling all the forms, so when this part is actually getting rendered. Now, when I'll be hitting the submit button, so when I'll be writing any name, or let's say I will hitting the submit button. Now, in this case, the response will go back to the Ajax. Not Ajax basically, it will be calling the jQuery method. What method? So after I will hit the submit button, the response will go to the to this file, to this jQuery file. It will go inside and it will call this method, this click function. See, you can see the line number 5 which I have written. This is a I have used this is a jQuery syntax. For jQuery, I have used a dollar sign. This is a selector dot click function. from where this line has come? Well, if I open the add student and if I see submit button, this is the ID of the submit button. So with the help of this ID name, which is a selector, I have used this selector and dot click means, so when I will be clicking the submit button, the response will come over here in this line 5. Now the jQuery, this click function will be invoked. So that is the actual thing. So when I'm hitting the submit button, when user will start submit, click the submit button, this click function will get invoked, right? So now when this click function will get invoked, so whatever things are written over here, that will take place. So in this line, you can say I've written event.prevent default. So that is again the part of the Ajax jQuery is again like it is actually preventing the page reload. So if I click the submit button, you can see again. Right now, I have given the message field cannot be empty because I haven't given any input. If I click the submit button, you can see page is not getting reloaded, right? This is because of this event.prevent default. It's actually preventing the page reload, right? Now, after that, so this is a kind of a message that I have like for a checking purpose whether it is working properly or not. So again, if I refresh it, if I click the submit button, you can see. So this message which I've printed because like to just to make sure whether it is the submit button is working properly or not. Now, now the now when I will be writing the value over here, so from here it will take the name from the template. So I've used the dot value function to fetch the name from the template and also the CSRF token. And then this is actually the Ajax part. So inside the Ajax, certain data comes to the play. So Ajax, inside the Ajax, we write a dictionary. So as you can see, this is a dictionary where URL, method, and data. So we need to write the URL, method, and data. So inside the URL, I have given call to the function. So via the URL, which I'll be showing you where it is actually getting navigated. So again, the method is post since I'm doing the post method over here. And this is a student name score. So from here, the control. So again, Ajax means asynchronous JavaScript and extended markup language. So what's that mean is it will work in a synchronous fashion. That means the control will not flow completely, rather, the control will come, read this URL method and data, and from here it will go to the backend. So this is the front end part. From here it will go to the backend. Over here, the backend is the Django. It will go to the Django. It will check whether it will do some operations and then it will be coming back and executing either of these two. Either it will be execute the error or it will be execute the success. So this is the actual working. So over here, you can see I've already written the control will flow back to the server. So from here, um, so yes, as you can see, the control will flow back to the server. So from here, it will go to the Django. So it will see the URL register slash add. So from here, it will go to the, it will see which part I'm calling actually. So it is calling to the register slash add this one. It will got the add template and over here I've written the add student and it will check whether the request is post or not. So which I've already written, it is a post request. Now student underscore name. So request dot post dot get student name. So it is taking all the name from the Ajax. And then over there it is showing that if there is a name, then only it will take the values from the database, else it will print the error message. Okay. So okay, so from here, it will first check whether this name exists or not. If doesn't exist, then only over here, it will get saved inside the database, as well as it will also, after that, it will take all the data from there and it will keep inside the student. And from here, it will pass it. Now it will send the data as a JSON response and then it will go to the Ajax. So over here, either the success will be taking part or the error. So when the success will be called, so inside the success, as you can see, I've called one value. This is a school, this is a student, this is the message I've printed over here. And after that, it is calling the get function. This is also one of the jQuery method, which is a get function. And I have called another template, another URL that is actually this. If I go over here, this URL, this get row URL, which is calling, which is again taking data from the template, and now the value is being rendered as a JSON response. And from here, it is calling to the Ajax again, and it is being stored as a data over here. And now it is calling the student list.html, which is there inside the um, which is there inside. Okay, if I add student again, it is calling this like a partial way. It is calling the student list, and now again this is calling this. So like this way, this is actually working. So if I click the submit button again, you can see the error message is coming to the place. If I write the same name over here, sorry, and also like, so it will check the name is already exist again. But if I write different name, let's say verification, if I submit, it will get printed over here. So this is how the whole thing is working. I hope you understood, and thank you so much and see you next time. Bye bye.